Becoming an entrepreneur, getting customers, growing your business. How do you do it? You're about to learn everything you need to know to make your dreams a reality. If you're an entrepreneur, stay, chat, and get to know how to become successful in the cleaning world. Our company provides a wide range of services that include pressure washing, auto detailing, solar panel cleaning, and window cleaning. Now, proudly coming to you live from sunny California. Welcome to the AM Pressure Washing Podcast. Here's your host, Mark Sullins.
What's up, everybody? For those of you that don't already know these knuckleheads, to my right is Mr. Reelcraft himself, Wesely. To my far left is Todd from Reelcraft, and our latest intern from Reelcraft, Mr. Max. Max, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
All right, so Max got to come out to California. He lives in Indiana. He got to come out, and like we said, he is an intern. He's looking into different positions. What positions are you looking into?
Hopefully operations and sales right now. I think that's what I kind of got it narrowed down to.
That's what you got the niche for right now?
Yep, for sure.
Right on. So what does Max and Wesely think?
What? Oh, ask him. Yeah.
I mean, not Max, but Todd and Wesley. I mean, what does Todd and Wesley think?
He can go into whatever he feels like.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Good
on.
head on his shoulders, and yeah.
Have you gone out into the warehouse and started doing? Let me do my chat. Hey, Caleb. We don't have our messages coming in yet. Let me hit Caleb up.
Technology's great when it works.
Yeah.
Terrible when it doesn't work. This is great.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. I don't want to make sure that our chats are coming up, and we got to admit right here who's we got coming in. Scott Cassidy.
Scott Cassidy.
Oh, so Max,
boy.
you better watch your P's
I
and
know,
Q's right
right?
now.
Oh,
The man, the myth, Scott Cassidy. The chat box, Caleb. I got you. We don't see nothing coming up over here.
There you go.
There we go.
That's very interesting. I'll look into that. Here, we'll do this for now.
Give us just a minute, guys. We got the Kalen over here, the Mr. Social Media Guru.
Social media expert.
You know why? It's because of this monitor. This monitor's not liking the way that it's...
Well, we can put it back to just both on the same screen.
I could do this. There. That could work.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, Scott, now that we got a little bit of the monitor situation taken care of, what is all this test? Oh, it's Kalen. All right. So, all right, back to the podcast. So, Scott, Max. So, we're going to get a place. Can you, I don't hear you. Can you talk, Scott? Are you muted, Scott?
He's connecting with audio. Oh, yeah, he's still muted.
Yeah, you're still muted. Trying to get Scott on.
Yes.
There you are.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm on. You guys are looking good.
Hey, Scott, how you doing, brother?
I'm really good, man.
Good for
It's,
you. So it's already.
Mark, I appreciate you taking care of those guys.
I don't know if they're taking care of me or if I'm taking care of them. They're more taking care of me. So poor Max, we've been putting him through the ringer.
Yeah, I mean, Todd and Wesley set me up for sure. So.
Well, he's been engaged now for about a week. He's traveling man. It's good to see him out there.
Well, we're really breaking him in. So
Yeah, for sure.
he got to go over meet Constance, Cars by Constance, her and her boyfriend Hunter Shoes. He got to meet them, and plus he got to meet me. I was supposed to be the bad guy, the bad customer and everything.
I forgot to call you and tell you. You know the rule of interns, Mark.
Oh, I know.
You got to put them to work.
Put him to work.
Yeah.
Look at Wesley. Wesley was out here grinding, sweating his butt off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all good. We had a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited to listen in. Thanks for taking care of those guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How's everything at the factory?
It's good. We got a great team. So we're hitting records every week,
Yeah.
For sure.
kind of on output and efficiency, and just great people. So it's been a great year.
Right on. Oh, shoot, I just hit. What did I hit? I just lost the chat. Kaylin, I lost the chat.
No, that's great.
Yeah, I was trying to get, there's too many things going on. We're going to do both screens the same.
So just so you know, Scott, we kind of set Max up, and we told him that Mark hated us. Mark was a horrible person to us, and he demanded for us to do things, and so we just let him in, and we came in, introduced him to Mark, and Mark disappointed.
Oh, I didn't know it, Scott. If the boys had a copy.
I bet. I know Mark's background. Mark could have played that part.
Oh, without a
You
doubt,
said give
dude.
him
I'd have really hammered
You
him.
said give him the script. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have told him, excuse me, sir, I know you're an intern, but you're not going to get none of my attention until you at least sweep my floor. I'd have really got him.
Yeah, it was.
So,
I was scared, honestly. I was like, "Oh man, what am I walking into?"
but they didn't let me know, and me being Mark, I'm going to be nice to him when he walks in and start talking to him and everything. But
we appreciate you, Mark.
yeah, no worries.
Thanks for doing everything.
Yeah, we're trying to, what we got going on over here, Scott, recently we got Kaylin over here working. We upgraded our system to where now I have a monitor on my light bar, and I can see a lot better without having to wear glasses and everything else. I can see the chat boxes. Plus, now that we've got Zoom part of our podcast, we can do like what we're doing right now, is we can see the people that tune in that we invite. So every week when we have guests, even though if they can't make it out here to be at this table, they can do it from their home or from their phone or car or wherever. So awesome. We're just trying to upgrade our system to make it more user friendly, and that way everybody can see live what's going on and everything else. So we got products that we talk about, and we'll be even talking more about your guys' stuff in a minute. Kaylin's
All right.
trying to get everything dialed in here.
Well, thank you. We're about to eat. I'm going to be listening, but on mute because I'm in family dinner and then dropping some kids off at sports practices. So.
No worries. Well, you go and enjoy your dinner with everybody, and thank you for tuning in, Scott, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Well, Marquez, honestly, I really mean it. Thanks for taking care of our guys. I appreciate that about you.
I appreciate it. I've talked to the boys, and I want to try to make it up that way. And you see this beast over here behind me.
Yeah.
I want to. Hey, Kaylin, we're pros. Kaylin.
That's just the other one, though.
I don't know if they're live and they can see us, so.
I can see you guys move now.
Okay. All right. So, but yeah, we got this beast behind me. What I want to do is, I may be going up to South Dakota, and if I come up to South Dakota, I want to bring the truck over to the factory so you can show everybody.
All right. Well, that's a lot further drive, but you're welcome anytime you want. Anytime you want to be a real
If I'm already all the way in South Dakota, I might as well just come to you. I mean, it's not that much fun. So.
Well,
I'm gonna stay right here, Mark. I think we're good though.
So we're frozen over here on the main screen.
Well, it's just laggy behind.
That's just the chat. No, we're not frozen, Mark.
No, see, like right now, we're not live.
We're live. It's just a delay.
Oh, it's a
I have
delay.
us watching the live chat because, I just don't want you to click anything else.
Just don't touch it.
Yeah, just don't touch anything.
All right.
Just leave it like that.
Well,
So-
we went live with Terry Lynn Monday, thinking that we had everything figured out, but guess what? We still don't have it figured out, so everybody can laugh. Hi, Petra. Hi, Dang. And what else we got going on over here? All right. But get back to Max.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm burning up. I'm hot over here. I'm going to turn the fan on real quick. Oh, shoot. Let me go turn the fan on real quick for you guys.
okay. Hey, Mark, can I tell you a story about Max real quick?
Hold on, he took off his
Scott,
headphones.
Hold on, Scott wants to tell
Okay.
you a story about me. Actually, just tell it right now, Scott, before he gets back.
Nah,
Whatever,
just tell you.
whatever it is.
his own's bad.
I'm back, Scott.
Oh, man.
Well, this is Max is a local celebrity in Columbia City. Like I can't go into the wings place or the pizza place without seeing a picture of Max with a too tight football jersey on over the biceps.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm looking
Yeah.
at Max Scott, and I'm thinking, maybe a medium or a large. He wanted an extra small shirt from me. I said, dude, what's up? You want to show your muscles off? You trying to impress Scott? I know he's going to be on today.
Yeah,
So
he's a great guy.
He's a local celebrity.
He is, and he really in just one summer last summer transformed our plant. So I appreciate everything you're teaching him out there.
Yeah,
He's going to put it to good use.
we had lunch, and I sat and talked to him about, business sense, working with, workers and working with your managerial and just using those skills and everything. So I'll keep pounding him. I'll lighten up off of him a little bit and keep talking to him.
Finally.
No,
No, keep
it's
going.
back on now. So we ain't gonna let him live that. But no, the whole thing that Max has got going against him is age. And when you're working in a factory, from the last time I was there, you have people that's been there 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And those are the ones that I explained to them. When you're working in an industry and you got a managerial position, you got to learn how to be humble and listen to them. And you got to earn their trust. So that was some of the stuff that I was talking to him and just giving him pointers. I've learned over the years, when I was young and had a lot of fire in me, I learned the hard way. But, if you can pass it off to the younger generation so they don't have to go through that, by all means, that's what we're here for.
He's already got it. He's a humble guy.
Oh, look
He's
at
got
him
it.
smiling. Oh, my God.
I
just a
appreciate it,
smile.
Scott. I honestly do.
I mean, it's a lot like the Army, when you come in as a lieutenant.
Yeah.
I was just gonna mention that.
Well,
Yeah. So
we
I know when I see it, he's got it.
Yeah.
He's all set.
We used to laugh in the military when they'd come in. We told them, look at him, he's full of piss and vinegar. Oh, my God.
Well, Wesely could tell you that.
Yeah,
I had the same problem.
Yeah, we're going to break them down.
Yeah. So I don't think that it gets any tougher than the situation that Scott walked himself into back in 2006. He walked himself into a unit that had been deployed for about 6 months, and we've been in some of one of the toughest places in Iraq for 6 months, duking it out. And we get this brand new, fresh butter bar lieutenant, fresh out of West Point, talk clean uniforms and clean boots and shaved face. We're like, who the heck is this dude? And trying to give us orders. But man, it's crazy to say, but it's not an impossible task to earn the respect, and he was proof of that. And he came in there and earned everybody's respect, and lost some of the people that were not doing their jobs.
Yeah.
But the people that were doing the things they're supposed to, he earned everybody's respect through that, and hard work, humbled, and so Scott's a great example of that.
Humble.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll tell you a story, Scott. When I got after Desert Storm, I got stationed out at Fort Irwin, out in the National Training Center, and so me and my lieutenant had the ammo trailer, and we're heading out to one of the live fire ranges, and we had a West Point Academy butter bar lieutenant with us, and I threw his ass in the back of the Humvee. I said, "Get your ass back there and sit back there." And then we're riding along. He's like, "Sergeant Sullins?" I said, "What?" He said, "Is the trailer supposed to be smoking?" And I'm like, "No!" So I went off into a waddy, disconnected the trailer, hauled ass in the Humvee because we had live fire. Some dumbass didn't put the damn smoke grenade pin back into the smoke grenade, and it bounced out of the carton, and they didn't do the little tabs to lock it back in. The damn smoke grenade went off. We had 50 cal, 60 cal, everything in there. That thing sounded like the 4th of July for about an hour. We still had shells cooking off, and I'm sitting there looking at it. I said, "Dude, you are a dumb ass. I am so glad that you said something, because if you hadn't said nothing, we'd have been getting shot by the ammo trailer."
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
I would have blamed it on him. I
Oh,
would've just said,
well, he got lucky. went out to and pick up some of the ammo at a different live fire range, and we got called to come back to the rear to pick him up, and then we're going to take him out to another range. Well, whoever's popping off green smoke grenades at that last range was the one that put it back in there without putting the pin back in it. Either they lost it and they didn't want to say nothing, and they just put it back into the little wooden crate, and then when you put the lid over, you got these little metal tabs that bend up. They didn't bend the metal tabs up. So with the trailer bouncing out in the desert, the damn smoke grenade popped out, the spoon shot off, and here we go.
So they're the reason we have safety briefings.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that-
we got some stories like that too for you, Mark. I just usually need a drink and not to be recorded.
Oh, I know. I totally get you, Scott. Well, look at Kevin Eubanks come in. What's up, Kevin Eubanks?
Kevin?
Woo!
So he loves it this time. He says, I love it when you do it at 3 o'clock. I have a better time now. Yeah, he's not dealing with the kids and everything. We're trying to put the kids to bed. So, Kevin, if you want to go live on the, I text you the link. So if you want to go live on the Zoom, you can pop up on the screen and we can see you up there if you want to. It's totally up to you. But, all right. So today, out of the blue, we got a phone call. A customer called me, and he's actually in this complex. And he went on ReelCraft's website, and I'm on there as the Southern California vendor to get hose reels. So he calls me up, and he needed a 3/8 air retractable hose reel. So Todd got on top of it. We had some in Corona in Riverside, California. Come by and picked it up, and lo and behold, it's sitting over here for the customer. So I told the customer, I said, you know what? These gentlemen flew all the way from Indiana to get your hose reel here, and it's already here. I said, that's how ReelCraft does it. I said, you know, they get a sale. It doesn't matter how big, how small. They'll get it here. But no, we got the hose reel over there. The too much kids shouting for live. No worries, Kevin. But yeah, I appreciate that, guys. That's just like, you know, we always talk about in this industry is working together as a team. So ReelCraft is nothing but a team with me and their people and everybody else, and it shows how they work together with everybody. But I appreciate that. What you want to talk about?
Whatever.
You're live right now.
I'm going for
Max,
a ride.
I have a question for Max. Max,
Oh, Lord.
what has been your favorite experience so far?
My favorite experience so far has got to be, you know, Mark testing me.
Oh, I was about to get him. I said, you better tread thin ground, buddy.
I mean, I was being set up for failure, and I'm so glad that Mark didn't know from these guys, because I have no idea how I would have handled that. But yeah, it's been awesome because like I spent a lot of time, you know, in the factory when I worked back in Indiana, so seeing the rails being built from scratch and working with the people that do it and helping them out on the factory floor, and then coming literally all the way across the states and seeing how they're used and how it impacts people's lives and how it impacts people's businesses. So it's been really fun to come out here for sure.
I'll give you a little tidbit. So when you're at the factory and Joe Blow calls that off on the assembly line, if you're not really present, busy doing something, go roll your sleeves up, go out there and jump on that assembly line, start helping them.
Right?
A lot of people think that I don't do nothing here. I show them the calluses on my hands. Look at that. I'm out here
lot.
working.
Yep.
We work on everything we do. I still go out and pressure wash whenever I get a chance. You know, that's how you show your people, you know, they respect you. You know, I got workers that they don't want to see me show up on the job site. They're like, oh, God, Mark's here. Because I don't give them breaks. We get out there and we work. We don't eat until we get the job done. If you want some water, you better put a water bottle in your back pocket. Let's go to work.
Right?
You know?
Yep.
So I'm a hard ass when I'm out there working, because in our industry, when you're pressure washing, every minute you're working, it's costing you money. It's
Right.
either fuel, water, labor, you're out there. So the whole thing is to focus, get the job done, do a great job for the customer, make sure the customer's happy before you leave, pack everything up, and then you get to go enjoy yourself and have a good meal and take care of everybody and all that kind of stuff.
It's a good philosophy for sure.
Yeah. But with my guys, you know, going out there working side by side with them, you know, yeah, they see me doing a lot of stuff in the background in the business field, sales and all that kind of stuff. But when you go out there and work side by side with them, you just earn that much more respect with them. So get a chance to go out there and raise Lisa up.
Right, greatly noted.
Especially to the guy that's been there for
sure.
30 years. They're like, look at this little young buck. What are you trying to show me?
Right.
You don't know how to do this. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Hey, I'm gonna learn a lot more from them than they will ever from me. So
Right on. That's
been
what
great.
it's about.
It's been great for sure.
I don't know if Robert is on. I'll change the script a little bit. So Kaylin just posted it. I get people calling me a lot about advertising stuff. So I pick and choose, what I like, what I want to advertise, and sometimes I'll get the product and I'll play with it a little bit myself before I do a video on it or show it or if I'm going to support it. So in the pressure washing world, you have tips. You have these little red tips, the green tips, the white tips, the yellow tips, the black tips. These are your spray nozzle tips. So there's a company out of Dura, North Carolina. I think you said it's Dura, Dunn, North Carolina. So Robert and Kathy Daniels hit me up on an email about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I seen it, and I opened up their website, kind of seen what it was, and I seen their product, and I'm like, it's just another spray tip. So finally, he sent me another email and said, asked me, was I able to review it and look at it, and what did I think about it? So I said, well, I seen it, and spray tips are spray tips, so what's so special about your spray tip? So he designed and built these tips. So the purple one here is for like the 3 gallon per minute pressure washer. The green one is like for the 5 gallon per minute pressure washer, and then he's got some other ones. He's got like 4 or 5 of them. But these spray tips are considered a 0 tip. So a 0 tip, like these right here, whenever you hook these up to a 1, you can do damage. You can peel paint off a house, you can cut wood, you can do a lot of damage. Yeah. So the difference between this tip and this tip, this red tip will shoot 3 stories. These tips will shoot 3 stories, but they shoot a bigger circle spray than a real tight spray like this red tip does. So on the East Coast, and it's starting to migrate to the West Coast now, soft wash. So a lot of people are doing soft wash. So they do a chemical injection. They spray the roofs down. They spray the side of the houses down to get algae growth off and all that kind of stuff. Then you can come back and rinse it off, and it falls right off, and you can clean everything. What's nice about these tips is you can do this up close on the side of a house, on your windows, on the roof, and it washes it off. It's still a 0 tip, but like I said, it's not as a tight diameter as the red tip is. Kaylin is just now uploading the videos. I know it's live on my YouTube. I went out and washed the windows on my building today, and I wanted to run this tip to film it and show it to you. I've already run it before I did the video today. I just wanted to see if it's, if it meets the hype. So this tip is called Sharpshooter. So Kaylin's going to post everything on our social media. The company's name is C&R Commercial House Wash and Fleet Cleaning Products out of Dunn, North Carolina. Robert and Kathy's number is 910-984-5415. All of this information is going to be on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So check it out, see what I'm talking about, and you will understand that if you want to do soft wash and if you want to do a rinse, this tip can get up real high on buildings. You can go almost up to 3 stories on this with this tip with no problem. I will definitely be using this tip. So if I'm going to back it and promote it, I like it. So I'm not trying to give you a sales pitch. You can order them directly from Robert and Kathy. If I might start stocking some here that people want to come to the store and pick them up, they don't want to have to wait for them in the mail. I'll be talking to Robert about it probably tomorrow, about starting to order some of them and putting them in the showroom. But if you want to order them online, go to my social media. You got all their information. You can call Robert directly, and you can place an order with him. No problem, whatever you want to do. But like I said, I'll probably start trying to stock some, so I'll have them here at the shop, and that way you can pick them up if you're out here local and you're in person.
Could I see those?
Sure can. But you can see, like this tip, how tight the 0 is, and this thing will cut you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
these won't cut you. That right there is a very good long distance with a bigger zero to where it won't hurt you.
Awesome.
Looks cool.
When I washed my windows today to rinse all the soap and everything off, oh, they did great. I loved it.
Damn.
And what's cool about these is you can get the wider circle, but like if you go down to a yellow tip that's a 15 degree, green tip that's 25, or a white tip that's 40 degree, when you got a fan and you're trying to reach up, if there's any air or anything like that, it disperses. These don't disperse. They keep the stream going. And they are a very good tip. So sharpshooter, you get a thumbs up from me. I love your tips.
That's awesome.
So whatever design they did, I don't think Robert wants me to get a hacksaw and cut it and open it up and see what they did. Because now I'm curious how they made it work.
You haven't done it yet?
Well, no, because that's my only 2 tips. I want to keep them because I like them. I don't want to destroy my tips.
It works the warranty or something, or what does it do?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, Robert. Will you send me some more? These got damaged. No, I'm kidding. No, they're listen, guys, if you're doing the soft wash, or if you're doing, like if you even want to rinse off a solar panel, some people that are manually cleaning the solar panels, this would be perfect to rinse your panels off with your pressure washer. So, and you won't damage them. But you can see the difference in the hole ends, the size of the holes.
Yeah.
He's got millimeter on here now. So like he's got 3.5 millimeter. I said, is that gallons per minute? He said, no, that's the hole size. I said, no, you're going to confuse people because you need to put what gallon per minute this tip is. So he's already done it. He said, this is some of his old batch. So the new ones that he's got coming out is going to have the gallon per minute on there so it don't confuse you, like the 3.5 gallon per minute or a 4.0 gallon per minute.
Yeah.
Those are millimeter sizes of the hose.
And I one thing I like about it over the other ones is that aesthetically they look so much better.
Yeah.
Like the way it looks, it looks more cool. You know, like for us guys, we like playing with cool toys, right? Like to me, being a military guy, like, oh, that's like putting a can, you know, like a silencer on your weapon, right? It's like going to work. So it looks pretty cool, you know.
Yep, I definitely like it. What do we have? Top G Solar Cleaning LLC. What's up, brothers? It says, you have anything that will connect the pole to the J. Racenstein brush? The pole? Do you have anything that will connect the pole to the J. Racenstein brush? Are you talking about the little M22 fittings? I don't know. Give me a call. Call me when we get off the podcast. There you go. Call me. There's my number. Call me when we get off the podcast. We'll be off around 4 o'clock, and we'll talk about what you need. I have everything you need as far as fittings, poles, brushes, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, give me a call. What else we got on here, Hurley? You have some people that want to join the Zoom. I do. Well, Kaylin, where they at? Oh shit! Here we go. Participants. Nope. Nope.
Hit that arrow up top. To your right. That one. Yeah.
Nope.
And just hit.
I don't have them. I don't know. I don't have them there. If they tried to join earlier, I've lost them. So if you were wanting to be on the Zoom call, I'm watching too many things and doing too many things. I'm going to have to get Kaylin sitting over here on the side doing this all the time.
They
I don't know.
left.
Yeah, but I think you gotta close this out now to
Yeah.
make us go bigger.
I don't know where it went.
No, I think it was that arrow that left arrow. That one up there. I think you just
Max, you should go into IT.
if it closed.
Yeah. I don't know. Kaylin
No, I just
messed with the screens and everything, and I got to get them back to where they're both the same identical screens, so that way we can keep up with them.
He did tell you not to touch anything.
I know. Well, supposedly I'm sitting there reading the chat, and we got some people waiting for me to admit them in.
Oh man.
So what we need to do in the future is whenever we open up this screen, that screen matches that screen. That way we don't have all these other screens, and you're dealing with an old man. I'm not on tech savvy.
I got you, Mark.
I was right.
Got you.
Kaylin's got me. What else we got going on? anytime that you guys are going to be doing something like in Indiana and you want to holler, let us know. I want to talk to Kevin and you guys about the new reel. Kevin, if you're still listening, give me a call tomorrow and let me know what we're doing on the reel. If if you got a date that it comes off the assembly line, I'm really ready to show that reel and get some of them in the showroom. But yeah, that's something that we need to talk about is that little reel that, we designed. I'm ready to get that thing on the showroom floor and blow the market up with it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I don't know if you showed it to him or not.
I pointed it out to him. I didn't give him a chance to go through it yet.
We can talk a little bit about it. It doesn't have a stock number yet, but it is a prototype. So back when I come up November 2 years ago, we were in the boardroom having a meeting and everything, and I started talking about we will chat tomorrow. All right, Kevin. I started talking about smaller hose reels. There's competitors out there that build them, but they're not durable. And so in our field, the last thing we want to do is go out and, it's 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night and you're out there working, you have stuff fail because there's nothing open.
Right.
What are we going to do, stock an extra hose reel in our truck? No, we're not going to do that. So we want to make sure we got good quality products, and that's why I use ReelCraft, because of the quality of the product. You don't have problems with them unless you just don't maintain them and you do something stupid. Guys trying to over-tighten them. I've seen guys put a wrench on the handle trying to tighten them so they don't spin. I said, dude, what are you doing? You're going to break them, and they end up breaking them. So, there's, common sense is common sense. You got to use your common sense and quit, damaging stuff. But to get back to the little reel, this is a reel that I've been very adamant about. You can ask Kevin and Ed and Wesely and Todd and everybody else that I've been really wanting to get this reel out on the market. And I will literally blow it up on my social media and stock a bunch of them here for, competitors that, need equipment out here. So I work with a lot of other different pressure washing companies out here. And if I don't have a part, maybe they got the part, and we work together. So sometimes I might need a part for a pump or something, which I don't keep a lot of, in inventory and stock, and they always help us out. But I want to get these reels in here and start showing it to them, and then everybody starts stocking this new reel. I guarantee it's going to be a hit.
It'd be great.
Because that one reel that I really don't like, it's going to just alleviate that one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like I tell everybody, you get what you pay for. You buy something cheap, it's not going to last you. So if you get a good quality piece of product or equipment, it's going to last you and it's going to get you through the job, and that way you can make money and put food on your table and pay your bills. What else we got going on?
I don't know. I still want to know more from Max. He's barely talking over here.
Oh,
Yes.
Max,
So,
Max.
Does anybody have any questions for him? Does anybody want him to do anything crazy?
I hope not.
Hey,
not. Come on.
let's
We
make
take it easy on
let's
the
make him
interns.
stand on his head and show everybody.
No, we gotta be nice to the interns,
No.
Nope. Not at all.
right? Right?
Wait, when did that rule get implemented?
After what they did to you.
as a former intern,
Oh, look at Kalen in here. He's live right now. He said they left you. You were late. Oh, Petra Hadding. We will check tomorrow. Okay. Well, we're pretty much caught up on questions and everything. I'm trying to think what else I got going on. As everybody can see in the background, the Isuzu truck, it is done. We actually used it earlier to advertise these sharpshooters. So I know we're going to get a lot of reviews on it because, like Wesely, like me, we like guns. We enjoy our toys. And just the title, sharpshooter, I told Kaylin, I said, let's see how our analytics look. Let's see how many hits we get on these after you post a video. So I'm dying to, he just posted right before we started the podcast, so I haven't got to watch it yet. So I'm dying to see what that video, how it turned out, and how many hits we get on it. But guns, I love my guns. I miss my guns. Holy moly.
We have a lot of them.
Yeah, but see, your guys in Indiana, we're out here in the city, and oh my God. People frown on you with guns out here, which I don't care. I'm a country boy. I'm always going to enjoy my guns.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
I got a question for Max.
Oh,
So there we go. So Max, what is what's something that you've taken from your experience so far? I know you were an intern last year, right?
Yep.
That's how I met you. I met you over there last year, and you were doing you killed it last year. You were doing an incredible
Appreciate it.
job. This year, what is something that you're hoping to take from this experience?
From this experience out here, is really just how to deal and interact with people. I've always been a social guy. I love building relationships. I love building personal relationships. And it's just to see how our reels are used and how they help with customers and businesses, because, as I take from this experience and I go back to Indiana at the actual factory, I get to be like, oh man, this isn't just, 4 pieces of metal and a hose. It's, it's someone's livelihood. It's someone's, they're relying on this piece of equipment. So just seeing it out here across the whole, United States and seeing how it works, it's pretty cool for sure.
Yeah. A lot of people that don't use them, they don't realize them. Look in this shop. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the wall, not including 5 on this truck. So they're all Reelcraft hose reels. I use these every single day.
Like it's funny, like people are like, what does Reelcraft do? And it's like, how do you reamp like a hose reel? And I'm like, it's so much more than just a simple hose reel, of what just runs through these things and how people rely on them. It's so much more.
Yeah. Mr. Scott Cassie's got a question, the president of Reelcraft.
Oh,
He says, hey, Mark, is the business environment right now in your solar market, is it growing? What do you see as the big trend over the next 18 months? Scott, I have never seen a business since I've been alive grow like solar panel. What got me involved in it is it was around April 2020 when COVID started hitting and everybody started closing doors and everybody's business shut down. I had customers coming to me saying, Mark, I can't pay my bills. I can't pay my mortgage. I can't feed my kids. I can't put diapers on my kids. What can I do? I said, well, people are staying home now. So they've got money to wash their cars. They got money to clean their homes. They got money to clean their solar panels because they're staying home and they're working from home and they're also getting government checks. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna start building some skids. I said, let me build these skids and let's check it out and let's see how it goes. Well, lo and behold, they blew up in my face. So then I started, having people put in input of, well, why don't you do this, add this, or why don't you change that, or why don't you build it like this? So I started, compiling all of the ideas together, and that's where I've got the 3.0, the 4.0, and the 5.0. The reason I'm doing this, right here is the rack, guys. You can't see it on the camera, but our rack is full of skids right now. And, me, only reason I started building these is to help people out. And a lot of people, I get a lot of people complaining, says, Mark, you're killing the pressure washing industry. You're taking work away from you. I'm like, you knuckleheads, we have 62 million people in the state of California. How many homes, how many businesses do we have? Mm-hmm. I can't clean everything. You can't clean everything. Let some people go out there and make some money. So I started building these skids, and now, for instance, Scott, I've got firemen quitting their good pension jobs, sheriffs, PD, quitting their jobs, getting into the solar panel cleaning, because all you got to do is get up in the morning, be out in the neighborhood by 7 o'clock. By law, at 7 o'clock, you can start running equipment and start cleaning. So if you go out and clean 4 or 5 homes a day, you're making crazy amount of money, and you're only working half a day. So in the industry like solar panel cleaning, you can go out and clean 10 panels. If you're using like a J. Racenstein rotary brush, you can clean 30 panels in 10 minutes. It don't take you long to clean these panels. And so like the average cost on a single story, 10 to 30 panels, and 2-story, 10 to 30 panels, is anywhere from $200 to $250. You do the math. 4 homes, 2-story homes, 4 homes, that's $1,000. Where else are you going to kind of make that kind of money? So the solar panel industry is growing like crazy. We're starting to show the customers how you can produce more power and maintain your solar panels. When the solar panels first started being installed, a lot of people was telling the customer that they're maintenance free. Well, now after the first year, they're not getting no check. the checks are very small because they also take power away from your house to put back to the grid. So now that people are starting to understand this, they're starting to, educate themselves more with solar panels. And now they totally understand that, hey, I need to keep my panels clean. So by cleaning your panels, you'll see that you put money back in your pocket, and you also save yourself money, in the long run with the power usage and everything. But yeah, the solar panel market is growing. It's not going to end. It's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. In 18 months, you better buckle up and tighten your bootlaces up. I've got a lot of people that are really interested into it, that are getting into it. It slowed down, sales slowed down the past 3 weeks. I don't know if it has to do with income tax. I don't know if it has to do with, people keep saying recession. I don't see a recession. People are still working, people are still doing everything, but it has slowed down a little bit. I think this year a lot of people got hit with income tax. They didn't have all the write-offs that they, had the previous years. So, but I am getting a lot of phone calls now. People are blowing up. I've got 2 or 3 customers already coming in next week to pick up the skid and the brush. So, but we're starting to see it pick back up again. So, spreading the knowledge. Let's see what else we got going on. I see
Kevin had a question right there.
Yep.
How is gas engine being banned in California impacting your business? Good question, Kevin Eubanks, and I've got an answer for you. If I don't, Max will have an answer for you. So, all right, state of California, I am being told if you have your engines already before the 1st of next year, you're grandfathered in. If you are, and I've been told that I can still buy engines and sell them to you under the agricultural law. The agricultural law is solar panel cleaning. I can still sell you a pressure washing skid with a gas engine on it to clean solar panels for like the farmlands and stuff like that. All right, so you're cleaning in one farmer's panels a month, but you're also cleaning other panels. I don't see it getting crazy. I don't see nobody doing anything, because if you're cleaning solar panels for residential, for farmers, or for whoever, you're putting power back to the grid. So that's going to be a real hard fight with the government and everything else. Now, as far as lawn care, landscaping, those kind of people, they've already started impacting them. I was laughing. Oh, we had Highway 71. When it was raining real hard, we had some potholes come up. So our Caltrans, our state has already banned all gas-powered blowers, weed eaters and everything else. So when Highway 71 had all these potholes, they was having to blow the water out of the hose. They had backpack gas engines on them. I said, so much for that law. Look at there. Shame on you. And it was the city that was doing it, and it was live on TV, and I started laughing. So, Kevin, to answer your question, I don't think it's really going to be a big hit yet, but who am I? I'm just a Joe Blow country bumpkin from Alabama here, doing a podcast with all my knuckleheads from ReelCraft.
Are you planning on building like an electric pressure washer skid? Like, is that the next plan? I don't.
You see me biting my tongue.
No, I'm sorry.
I had to sign an NDA, guys.
Okay.
My prototype should be here next week.
Oh, sweet.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't say who, what, where, when, how, but the prototype coming to me is going to be able to be designed and take the place of the gas engine on my skids. So we're going to get this prototype. I'm going to dismantle it from its skid, and we're going to mock it up on my skids. Mm-hmm. And I can give you a little bit of the technology on it. It is a battery pack. It is rechargeable. Right now, supposedly, the testing's been done. It has 2 hours run time. When you let go of the trigger, shut the rotary brush off, it shuts the engine off. It shuts the electric motor off. So 2 hours of run time could be 8 hours of work time or more. If you clean...
So that's plenty. Or
Plenty.
Okay.
So me being me, they called me up about 4 or 5 weeks ago. One of my customers in Florida referred me to this company, And then once the company called me, I tell you what, guys, I get a lot of phone calls a day. Sometimes I don't even listen to you very long. I kind of hang up on you and I block your number because you're just talking out your ass. So this guy caught my attention. So he literally got me out of the warehouse. I think I was working on this truck behind me. And I went up to my office and I said, all right, I'm going to give you my time. We're going to talk. So I'm going to call your bluff and see what you're about. I said, I don't mind signing the NDA if you want to sign the NDA before we go any further, but I want to see some pictures of what you got going on. So he actually emailed me a picture, that day. He said, this one that we built for a soft wash system, and we done tested it, and we're already putting a part number on it. I said, well, here's my pump. This is a pump that I believe in. This is a pump that I use. Can you build the same thing with this pump? We went live and called his engineer team. Engineer team said, not a problem. I said, then build it. Give me my prototype here.
That's awesome.
So the only thing about this, guys, the price on these, the price is more than a skid, just for the battery pack, the engine, and the pump.
Oh, wow.
So the prices are up there, but that's like anything in the electric world. You pay for electric. This truck is a $250,000 truck, but it's all because of all the engineering went into it, the electrical, the steel went up, all this equipment's up. Every reel on this Reelcraft hose reel is electric. They're push-button electric hose reels. Everything's expensive. So, but that's where the world's going. So we're going to have to start structuring our pricing and everything else to where the end user, the customer, can afford you to come out and use this equipment and provide a service for them without just bearing yourself and you eating the cost on buying all this equipment. So yes, there's things in the making. There's another one that I'm working on, and I literally can't talk about this one. This is a government deal. I got to do the Zoom call with the company next week, and then they're going to fly out, and we're going to start doing a spec sheet on everything. But they want me to build a truck, like my black one, the Chevrolet that I built. Yep. They like that truck, that platform. They don't want the Isuzu, they want the Chevrolet. So, but they do want to come out and see this truck in person as well. But this one, dude, this one is crazy futuristic technology stuff that they want me to do.
That's awesome.
So it humbles me that this dumbass country bumpkin from Alabama gets these kind of phone calls and people like what I do. I just think of it as another day, building these trucks. I build it for me because that's what I like. But then you get all this interest. Like this past weekend, I was bored and I took apart one of my dual lances, my 48-inch dual lance, and I made a little shorty dual lance, a little mini dual lance. Dude, I run out of dual lances now. I got to build them. I got to build some more. So I showed it on, my social media streams. I'm like, oh, look what I built, this little mini dual lance. And everybody's like, I want one. What's the price? I said, I don't know. I haven't even priced it yet. So I literally just priced it today, and I've already done sold 1, 2, 3, and now I think we're out of the little dual lances. I got to order some more of the big ones so I can cut them and make them. I get bored. Like right now, I'm waiting for the crew cab Hino to come in that's going to haul the skid steer. So I'm waiting for it to get here. It don't go into production until June the 19th, and I won't have it in California until about the first week of July. So I'm waiting for that truck to get here. So this is what I do. I'm a very hyper person. I get bored. So I start taking shit apart. I took my damn dual lance apart off the showroom floor. I kept looking at it. I'm thinking, that would be pretty nice if I shortened one down. So this past weekend, I had a little bit of free time, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to cut it and build it. So I cut it and started building it. Started showing it off, and here you go. Now I got to start building more. And I was like, damn, I built that for me. And I said, I really don't want to spend the time. Because, everybody thinks, oh, that was real easy for Mark to cut that and, dial that down. No, it's stainless steel, guys. When you cut stainless steel, you got to have the right dies, the right taps to do all this stuff and to machine it and put all this stuff back together so it's a quality piece of equipment and it's not going to leak on you, you're not going to break it. So we literally build it. And I did a video today, and we tested it and showing it being worked and everything. What's nice about dual lances is that's all I use unless I'm in a shopping center or a parking garage and we're just doing straight rinse. So the dual lance, you can control the pressure on the one instead of going to your pump and controlling the pressure. So it's a real quick in your hand, control the pressure. So like if you need to do a little rinse, you can turn it just a quarter of a turn and it goes into bypass mode and you're doing rinse. Then a quarter turn back, you're back full blast again.
That's awesome.
So that's all I use. I got one hanging up that I put an extension on because I like them further away from me. I don't like to get them splattered when you're real close and everything. If you get into dirt or mud or anything like that, it'll splatter you. I put that was like a 16-inch extension, and it gets it further away from me, and I'm pushing it away from me instead of splattering myself with it.
Nice.
So it's just the little things you learn when you're out there in the field and you're pressure washing, and the little tricks to keep from being a messy person when you get home at the end of the night, or we do a lot of night work. So I always say nighttime. 80% of our work's at nighttime. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Somebody else asked me a question a little while ago.
I think it was the leaf blower one.
Somebody, right here. Dang Nigel. Hey, Mark, do you have any insight, pros and cons on the 32 versus the 39-inch J. Racenstein brush? All right. If you're just planning on doing residential, the 32-inch works perfect for residential. But if you plan on doing any commercial, like ground mounts, solar panel farms, or like these buildings, the 39-inch is what you want to use. Yeah, a lot of people don't think 7 inches is a lot. Well, some people, I won't say what, 7 inches is a lot. So, what are y'all laughing at?
Oh.
I'm talking about a rotary brush, guys.
Nothing,
What
Mark.
the hell?
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, I get it.
Wow,
That's
Max,
exactly
I
what I
got
was
it.
thinking.
Wow, Max.
No.
Scott's watching this right
I
now.
know.
Listen to this. What's he going to think about you later?
Nothing. I was laughing at Wesely over there because he started it before I did.
But no. So you don't realize that when you start cleaning 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 panels, that 7-inch covers a lot of ground. So you figure 7 inches, per panel, how many feet that ends up, how much further ahead you'll be by using a 39-inch brush. So I keep a 32-inch in my little Ford Transit Connect van because that's like a residential pressure washing van, but I can also do commercial with it. But in the Zuzu and in my RO trailer, I'm going to keep a 39 because this is more for the big commercial stuff. So I will be using 39 as well, but like I said, in my little Ford Transit Connect, I got a 32-inch in it. That's for, like mainly doing residential. People calling me right now. But yeah, to answer your question, it depends on what you're doing, Dang. If you want to do just residential, go with the 32. But if you plan on doing any commercial buildings or ground mount units, you'll want to get the 39. A lot of people just go ahead and buy the 39, and that way you don't know what business is going to come your way. So if you can afford the 39, get the 39. If you just plan on doing residential, grab the 32. Do we have any other questions? Hurley's, J. Racenstein's best. The leaf blower gasoline engine being banned. I remember hearing something about that. Well, they're banning everything. They're banning the weed eaters, the gas lawnmowers, and the blowers. But from what I've seen like 2 weeks ago when it was raining on Highway 71, the city's still using backpack blowers. So I don't know about it being banned. You nasty boy, Mark. Dang.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Thanks.
Yeah, that's your fault.
What?
They even know.
Wow. So you're speaking up, Max. You're getting brave.
I'm just saying.
Right on. But yeah, that's where the world's going, guys. It is going to go to electric, whether you want it or not. I've already, like this truck, this Isuzu was 3 years in the making. I spent 1 year talking to engineers to be able to get the best generator with a energy efficient that doesn't burn a lot of fuel, and PowerTech is the one that stood out above everybody, Generac, everybody. So it took me a long time to find out the generator that I needed to be able to run all this equipment. So this generator's running 2 3-phase 230-volt pressure washers with burners. It's running 2 single-phase 230-volt pressure washers, and a 110 vacuum plus the electric hose reels. The generator, with everything running at one time, the generator did not even idle up. This generator is phenomenal. It's small, compact, and it is a 20K generator. So once we got all the R&D done after the first year, it took me almost a damn year to get all the equipment in. That's when COVID had hit and factories wasn't working. You only had skeleton crews working in them, and it took me forever to get the equipment, and I needed the equipment to mock up the bed. So as soon as I started getting the equipment in, I started mocking the bed up, getting it ready, because I thought it was going to get to go to the SEMA show in Vegas, and that person backed out and wasn't able to go to the SEMA show. So I kind of slowed down and built a little Ford Transit Connect. Now I got back up on it, and now this is done. But a lot of people don't realize whenever you're doing something new in the market, there's a lot of trial and error, a lot of R&D, a lot of prototyping, and that's what we did with this truck. And it's even like the pressure washers from Whitco and Alcoda. We literally tore them apart and modified them to be able to be a mobile pressure washing on the back of a truck, because these are normally made for business, ground mounts. So we got it all figured out, got all the electrical going, but it's like, with the skids, what I've got going on with the skids here in the next week or two, we're going to get that done. That'll only take me about a day to get figured out and get put together, and then we're going to start doing our tests with it. We're going to run it continuous and see how many hours we can get out of it and all that good stuff. But that's where it's going, and as much as I hate to say it, it's going electric. Keep your gas engines. If you have a gas engine, you are grandfathered in. You can still order parts. I am a OEM distributor for Honda here in Southern California. So I can still get parts for the engines. We can still repair your engines. And from what I've been told, you're grandfathered in before January the 1st, 2024. That's all I've been told. I can still get stuff. I'm actually going to probably order a bunch of engines and pumps. With the pumps, I can get any time. But I'm probably going to be ordering a bunch of these engines and pumps and storing them, because those things are like gold. And I'm going to get them before January the 1st, 2024. So, whatever.
That's soon.
Yep.
That is soon.
Yes, it's very
So
soon.
Scott wanted to know something.
Yeah.
Where are you going to make these guys buy you dinner tonight? Shit, we're going to Morton Steakhouse. What the hell, Scott?
We already bought you lunch.
Max is buying.
Scott, you already done breaking this guy in. We already done bought you lunch. We got to feed you again. What the hell? It's not in our budget. Look, Scott, it's not in our budget. This damn Max. Oh, dude, you're done. Hang your headset up and get out of here.
For a guy that dislikes us, man, we're.
So I have a question, Mark. This is the second intern that Reelcraft has sent to you. I was the first one. You were the first customer I ever from Reelcraft that I ever saw. So how does that make you feel to know that the Reelcraft, just likes doing that to you? Or, is there something that you want to share with?
I don't know if Scott's, got jokes that he's doing. So yeah, let's screw with Mark and let's send Wesely out. Let's send Max out.
Is there something you want to share Max with, or leave Max with, like something to get him going for his career that he's about to start soon?
Well, first of all, I didn't really get to break Max in, Scott. Wesely come, his butt was outside sweating, grinding. I had Wesely working. Brian told me to really break him in, and I'm like, all right, it's on. I'll break his ass in. So, but no, Wesely, I got pictures. We put him on our social media. We filmed him, and then afterwards, me and my wife took him out to, where did we go, the pizza place?
The pizza place.
Stadium Pizza.
Yeah.
Went and had us a beer and ate us some pizza and wings and, hung out with him. But I wasn't prepared for Max. I didn't really have no projects going on. You got lucky, dude. And you wore dress clothes. I could have really jacked you up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we could have really got him jacked up. But no, I don't know, Scott. It's totally up to the guys. I'm easygoing. Shoot. We'll figure it out. Any closing thoughts?
Nada.
Nada. Are you ready to come? Hey, you know what, Scott? See where Max's schedule's at for about a week. I need him here about the second week of July or the second week of August. It's only about 110, 115 degrees out here. Yeah, bring him out about that time. Let's get him a little hands-on experience working installing hose reels. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, I'm cold right now.
You're cold?
Yeah, I'm cold. California's been
Definitely, Scott. August, second week of August.
Sign him
Max
up.
is coming to AM pressure washing. We're gonna make sure he gets his hands greasy and dirty, and we're gonna break him in right. If it's 115 outside, it's about 130 in here.
That ain't bad.
Oh, we'll see that. August, Scott is on. Bring him out. No, well, guys, it was a pleasure. It is 4 o'clock. It's been an hour. That time flew by. Max was I thought he would never shut up.
Yeah, I get that. So.
Oh, it ended.
Oh.
Meeting has ended after 40 minutes. Kaylin, what happened? I bought Zoom Pro. I was supposed to never go.
There's nobody there. So
Oh, Scott hung up on me?
Scott hung
Damn
up
you,
on
Scott. You hung up on me.
Was anything else?
Oh, so you stayed the whole time? I thought you left. You're my
Never.
hero.
I'll never leave.
You never leave me, my hero. Oh, you're so sweet. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to end it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming out, and welcome aboard.
Right, thanks for having us.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, everybody, have a good day. Have a good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Everybody have a good one. Peace.
Thank you for joining our podcast today. Hope the knowledge we passed on to you helped. Please tune in next week for a brand new show and surprise guest. From AM Pressure Washing and your host, Mark Sullins, have a great day and be safe.